Good morning, everyone. My name is Zia, and I make videos about full-time shuttle bus life. I had some mosquito netting left over, and I've been cutting it into strips the size of these windows. And I hope you can see this. Can you see the lines running across? So what I've done is I've cut a piece that fits in the window and comes to here. And the way I've attached it, because it's not magnetic, there's no metal around there that I can attach magnets to, so I've used Velcro dots and a little bit of heavy-duty double-sided tape. So I've got one here, and I'll just swing you around. Oh, this is some extra storage. I'm trying to incorporate two of these rolling carts under here, so that I can get rid of some of the baskets and things and I have easier access. This is the other window I've done. I think you can see the netting a little bit better there. Yeah. So I had those windows open last night, and what a difference it made. So that's one of the things I'm trying to get done. One of my other issues, of course, my biggest issue, was how I was going to keep my Bluetti charged up so that I could keep running my 12-volt fridge. I've come up with a temporary solution, and I've also come up with a long-term solution. The long-term solution may have to wait a little bit until I can save up a bit of money. But the short term, I have borrowed a Honda 2000 generator from someone, and I picked up a gas can, and yeah, I'm going to use a generator. I don't like using generators. They're messy, they're noisy, they're heavy to lift in and out of the bus. But for now, at least, I'll have peace of mind that I can keep my food cold. The long-term solution, and I think one or two of my subscribers mentioned this, and I had just started hearing about them, is a DC to DC charger. So what I've been finding out is that when I was just using my Jackery 500, I could plug that into the cigarette lighter and it would charge just fine while I was driving. But people are finding that with these big, powerful 1800 watt, 2000 watt power stations, that it's just not enough to try and charge through your cigarette lighter. You're getting, I think, around 100 to 120 watts coming in, and that would probably take about 20 hours of nonstop driving to charge up the Bluetti. With these DC to DC chargers, you're boosting the watts coming in. It boosts the watts that you're receiving to about 500, or maybe somebody even set up to 700. So you're going to charge really quickly with one of those. So I'm looking into that now. I think I may have found one, but I haven't ordered it yet, and we'll see what happens with that. Oh, yesterday, some magnetic cabinet locks arrived, and so I'm going to put those in because I don't want any more drawers and cupboards sliding open while I'm driving on this next leg of the trip. I picked up a couple of stacking wire baskets for in the fridge to make it easier to get things without everything being all jumbled up. And I also bought, and I don't know if you saw it on one of the bus tours I did when I was at the bus fair in Oregon. Somebody had a ceiling fan, a mini ceiling fan that is USB chargeable, and they had it hanging over the bed. And I've ordered one of those too. And then carry on with getting myself sorted out and organized before I have to head over to Vancouver Island. Okay, I have 4 windows done now. Excuse the mess, I'm still organizing, reorganizing. Yeah, 4 of the windows are done, and I'm good with that for now. I've got to move on to some other things. Something else I did was I added a shade here. This is one of the green and cream Roman shades I got, and they're magnetic, and so just when I want a little bit of extra privacy here in the day, or just to keep a bit of the sun out, I've put that in place. It's not reversible, but it does have a different speed on the right hand side, and you can also put it on a timer. It's USB plug. Right now I've just got it running over the curtain rod here. Comes down to this. This is the unit that you point the remote at. That little fan is the one that I saw in one of the buses at the bus fair when I was there recently in Oregon. And oh my gosh, it works so well, and it wasn't very expensive. I can't remember how much it was, but I will, I'll put the price up here, and I'll put a link to it if I can find that again. It's really a good option for me. I can't afford to put in a max air fan or anything right now, and I may not, because this is working really well. One of the main things I want to get done, besides making sure I could keep all my food cold, is securing my cabinets, my kitchen cabinets, so that they don't slide open on me while I'm going around corners. And I came up, well, I didn't come up with this either. I watched a YouTube video, somebody who has built out several vans and talked about their most recent build. They put these in. These are 90-pound magnets, and you would think that if you put that on your cabinet door, you would have a heck of a time trying to open them. But the trick is, when you've closed your cabinet, that you just quickly pull on the handle, and it breaks that, and you can open them quite easily, but they will hold a lot of weight. There is a little, see if I can get it off now. They're such strong magnets. So there are 2 pieces. There's this piece here, and then there's this little plate. So this plate goes on the inside of the cabinet door, and this goes on the wall of the cabinet. There's screw holes at the top and bottom, and you can kind of slide it back and forth to adjust it. And then this gets screwed into the cabinet door. I'm putting some 90-pound magnets on my cabinet doors. It's not been an easy task. My sister was here for a while trying to help me, and we were just, it was fun while it lasted. We were killing ourselves laughing. Anyway, she's just left, and I'm going to carry on now. So I'm going to drill a pilot hole first, and I'll show you how they work in a minute. teeny tiny screws. It's not working. What have I done? Oh my goodness. It's not over far enough. Well, this has been the most frustrating afternoon. I leave tomorrow morning. I have to catch a ferry over to Vancouver Island tomorrow morning. And so I am trying to get the last things done that need to be done before I hit the road again. I have been trying for on and off for an hour to try and get one of these on the first cabinet, and I didn't line it up quite right, and so it wasn't catching. They were lined up this way to each other, but one of them, the main one with the magnet on it, was not quite at the edge of the wall of the cabinet, and so the plate wasn't touching it and wasn't catching. And I think part of the issue I'm having is that because I have had both knees and one hip replaced, I can't get down in the kind of position I need to be in to be able to put the pressure behind the drill and hold things steady. If I'm down in an odd position for too long, that hip I've had done will start to cramp up on me. I just can't do those things that are low down to the floor anymore. So, and also the doors and the drawer fronts are ash, they're wood, but the cabinets themselves are particle board, and you know how hard that is to screw into. I tried making pilot holes, little pilot holes, and that did help, but I just, you know, if they were upper cabinets, I could probably do it because I wouldn't be stressing out those joints. But so I'm not sure what I'm going to do right now. For now, I might have to try and bungee them closed. I'm not sure what I would attach the bungees to them. I think I have a solution for charging the Bluetti. I'm going to test it out tomorrow morning, and I tested it for a few minutes this afternoon. I think it's going to work, and if it does, then I will show you what I've come up with. Well, I didn't come up with it. A friend of mine came up with it, ordered this thing and lent it to me, and I'm testing it out on this trip. I still have some things to work out. I'm going to throw a third load of laundry in. My bedding is going to go in. I'm going to run an extension cord and start cooling down the fridge and freezer so that tomorrow morning I can plug it into my Bluetti, and then I'm going to see if I can keep that Bluetti charging while I'm driving. And hopefully this little gadget is going to work for me. If I don't see you again today, I will see you in the morning on the way to the ferry and let you know what happens with charging the Bluetti. I'm going over there, whether this is all done or not, and as long as I can get some things secured somehow, I'm heading over to Vancouver Island tomorrow. I can't wait. I'm so excited to spend a few days camping with Adelina and her friend. Good morning, everyone. It is July the 12th, and I am heading for Vancouver Island. I'm just on my way to the ferry terminal. I stopped and had a quick coffee from McDonald's, went into London Drugs to pick up a few things and in to buy a bottle of wine for later. And yeah, heading towards the ferry now. I have a reservation, so no worries about getting on. I just showed you a little clip of my Bluetti, and oh my gosh, I can't believe it, but it is charging my fridge, and the fridge is only taking about, I don't know, maybe 40 watts of power, and coming in to the Bluetti from my engine is about 330 watts. So it's charging while I'm driving. And the really, really exciting thing is that I have a plug and play charger. It's plugged into the cigarette lighter and into the Bluetti, and it only cost $75 Canadian. So I'm hoping it's going to be what I'm thinking it's going to be. Super thrilled. So I'm testing it out. This is the first time, but so far it looks like it's going to work for me. Instead of paying several $1,000s to have inverters and DC to DC cables installed to my engine battery, this may do the trick for me. I'll keep you posted. As far as the charging unit, let me show that to you. Unit here, I believe it was around $75. It's 300 watt sine power inverter. It plugs into my cigarette lighter, and then I just plug the Bluetti into it here. It also has 2 USB ports. Oh, sorry, it's not focusing. 2 USB ports, and it has an on-off switch. It's really important to remember to turn that switch off when the engine isn't running, because otherwise you're going to drain your battery. Now, while I was driving, I noticed a couple of times that there was no power coming in from the cigarette lighter into the Bluetti. I wasn't sure why, but after a while of driving, it seemed to me that when the set power fridge, when the compressor would come on, I didn't see any power coming in. But it did work, and it did keep the battery charged. There wasn't as much power coming in as there had originally been when I first plugged it in. And once or twice, a little button on the side lit up, and where the little light was coming on, it said power fault. Now, I'm not sure whether that's just because there was a sudden surge when the compressor went on in the fridge, or if there's something else going on. But I've been here in this campground for just my second day now, and luckily the site that they moved me to be closer to Adelina and Tracy was a site that had power to it, and they didn't charge me anymore for that, so I was happy about that. So the Bluetti is completely charged. It's been running the fridge while I've been here, and I guess it won't be until I leave tomorrow, I check out tomorrow and continue on my way, that I'll know whether the that little charging unit is going to be enough. And unfortunately, I forgot something really important. I forgot my plan B if this little charger doesn't work, and that was the generator. It was in the trunk of my friend's car, and I took the car back and left the generator in the trunk. I also left the gas can behind. So I'm banking on my little charger. We'll see what happens with that. So it's been an interesting week. I didn't get the cabinet hardware put in. As I say, it's just too hard for me to get down and do certain things at a low level. Things start to cramp up. So I'm going to need some help with that when I get back. It will get done. I did try using bungee cords to keep the drawers and cabinets closed. It worked on the drawers under my bed. There's a set of 4 under there. It worked really well on there. But it didn't work that well on the kitchen cabinets. So that's something I'll have to address when I come back. But the little pieces of mosquito netting are working really well. The blind that I put over the bus doors there, that's really handy to have. And I'm really, really happy with the little USB fan there. I will, once I refinish that ceiling, I will put a proper hook up there for it and kind of hide the cable a bit. But for now, it's keeping me lovely and cool in here. I did get organized. I got all my clothes organized, and I did get these put in. Just a minute, I'll show you. So these were 2 rolling cabinets that I had at home. And there are 3 tiers of storage. I have those carts. There's a little bit of a lip at the edge of the flooring under the window on that side. And the wheels slotted down into there. And then I've got bungees running across. So that's really helped me organize some things. It's not properly set up yet. It's looking a bit unattractive at the moment. But I'll get some more baskets and things, and then I can easily access my toiletries, keep some of my binders and journals and things there, and it gets things up off the floor and easier for me to access. So I'm pretty happy with the organization that's happened so far. Ferry terminal now. That's some of the Gulf Islands you can see in the distance. Welcome to Tawasin Terminal. Hi. Hi. I have a reservation on the 11:30.
A little bit always.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. We are at the Tawasin Ferry Terminal heading to Vancouver Island.
A new place, a new home for a while. Let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. I know man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. 'cause I found my way. A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way, I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day, 'cause I found...
So I'm here, and I think that's Adelina. Let's go see. Hello! I'm filming you. There she is. I'm having a wonderful time here on the island, and I'll bring you up to date on the trip over here next week. Because I've been doing so much traveling in the last little while, I'm really hoping to subscribe my boosters a bit on the channel. So if you are enjoying the videos, please do subscribe if you haven't. It'll make a huge difference to me and to the amount of little adventures I can take you on. Give me a thumbs up, share, comment. I love to hear your comments. Let me know what you think about some of the things I've done in here. If you've got any suggestions about those darn magnets, which should have been easy to put on, let me know in the comments. And wherever you are in our extremely beautiful, wonderful world, I hope you're having an incredible day. And I'm going to say bye-bye for now. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.